I'll show you the new G-class folders here. Okay, you know what? I wonder if that Cool Tools has that bullet board. Did anybody look yet to see collaborative tools? Maybe there's a bulletin board on there. I wish I remembered the name of it, because then I could find it quicker. Has anybody worked with that, like a bulletin board where you just put up sticky notes? Nothing comes to mind? Okay. Hi ladies, come on in, and then we'll move from there to the other room. There's a couple open spots. There's one up here. That one doesn't have a power supply, so don't worry about that. I was just sharing. We're good. If you want to open the door, you can, there's a couple chairs in this. That might be a little more.
Kathy won't bring the table. Sorry. If you're gonna make an entrance, you might as well make an entrance.
We know you need
The bottom one.
I know, like, oh, that looks cool.
We don't want you to hurt yourself. Or,
Okay, I need to go home. Take a photo.
there you go. Yeah, I'll hurt myself. What I was sharing with the group before you came in was a website called Cool Tools for Schools. If you go to the home page, it'll look like this when you get in there. I don't know, have you guys seen this? Maybe not. You could just Google it, and it's actually a wiki space. But all of these are links on the left-hand side, and we were looking for something like a bulletin board they could put sticky notes on electronically. So I was looking under collaborative tools, and as you scroll down, these are all collaborative tools. So if you ever get bored, there's lots and lots of choices. But I was looking for digital whiteboard. That's different. I might have to go digging through my favorites on Symbaloo.
Speaking of Symbaloo, did you ever get it to work in St. Antoine?
Yes, I put the 4th and 5th grade Symbaloo on Chrome and Firefox, and then I put Deb's on Internet Explorer. So all the, yeah, it's workable until she gets back. So, and then the mobile labs are done too, so that worked too. Anyway, maybe if I find it, I will share with you guys later here. And there's all kinds of wiki spaces, bloggers. That's not the one I wanted to know. Okay. Anyway, so I don't bore you to death. I just discovered a what they call a G-class folder. So I'm going to share this with you guys if you're ever interested in doing. I'm not going to teach the whole piece, but just give you kind of an overview of it. When I went into, I got to find my right page here. Recent. There it is. You have to keep my links somewhere I can find them. This is what they call G-class folders, and the whole purpose of it is that it's based on Google Docs, and in a spreadsheet, you put the student's first name, last name, their email, and the class that you have them in. And it's in a spreadsheet like this, and once you've added this piece, they call it a script, you initiate it, and what it does is it creates a roster, like this, and then you come back and you do what it says, creating folders and shares. It automatically then goes into your Google Drive and creates that class folder, assignment folders for every student that was in that roster. It also creates a shared edit folder that every student has access to in that roster, to that class. A folder for you to keep stuff that isn't shared. A folder that every student can view, and that folder is shared. And it does it for them also. So when I went into class today, they had all of these folders, and all they have to do is take whatever document they created in Google, drag it into their assignment folder under their name, and I see it. So right now I can click on one of these, and I can look at their document. They don't have to go in and tell it to be shared and all this and that. And if I want them to see it, all I have to do is, if I want them to be able to just see it, I just drag it into this view folder, and all my kids in that class only will be able to view it, but they can't do anything but make a copy or that type of thing. They can't edit the original. If I want them to collaborate on it, I can put it in the edit and everybody can make changes. So it's a quick way to be able to share information with all your students in that class by class. So previously I made a folder, they made a folder, we all shared various versions, and then when you get into my shared folders, it's a nightmare. I actually moved them all in, and then I had to make them into different groups and shares, and it just turns into a mess. So this was a quick, easy way. Now the other thing that's going to happen, and I haven't played with that yet, there's two other programs. One will grade the assignment based on my answer key and send the results to the kids. So there's two pieces to that, and I haven't played with that. But I just thought I'd kind of intrigue you a little bit because it's out there. This was fairly simple, and I'd gladly walk you through it, on an individual basis if it's something that you want to play with. I don't know all the ins and outs. I've only been using it since Sunday night. So I did encounter one bloop already, is that I typed the student name wrong, and now I can't get her folders to be recreated because it says her name's already been used and it's not typed right. So you think that when you type it correctly, I'll figure that out someday, but we may manually have to do hers because of my typing mistakes.
Or delete it all and start over.
Yeah.
But your Google group does that, and I had to actually go and I just sent another invite. I don't know if you probably don't have anything like that, do you?
I have Google Groups, but I don't have with folders.
But my Google group did the same thing. It would say this name's already been used, so then I had to send another invite to them.
Oh,
to
and then they
accept
could
the
accept the
invitation.
invitation.
Yeah.
So it did go through.
It did, but we were having troubles with that because the kids who didn't accept the invitation, it expires after a certain amount of time.
Oh.
And so then I had kids who amazingly didn't follow directions, and they missed out on that, it timed out or something.
Yep.
So then I'd have to go and re-invite them.
What she's dealing with, or what she's talking about, is you can go into Google and do groups. If any of you guys use this, groups? I don't mean to bore you or give you something way off the top, but I did this because I like to either share or email all my students in one class in one shot. So my groups, I went in and you can create a group, but my groups are like, I'll go to one of the old ones. Here's things I've sent to them, and all I did is send it to one email, and it goes to all the students in that email that are listed in this group. So if I go back to manage my group, actually this must be, nope. Oh, here it is. Here's all the users that I put in there, and all we do it for is email. You can do it for collaborating and discussion groups and adding things and all that kind of stuff. But I just wanted to be able to quickly put in that email and everything goes out to them. So that's a possibility too if you're trying to find ways to make your life quicker or easier. Or maybe it won't, but it has for me. And my kids know then that they can use that address and it sends it to everybody in the class. So they can share it back the same way.
Well, and I use mine as a little differently than you. Like I post things to it. It just sends an email of whatever I post to all the kids. But one hiccup that I've run into is that, like for audio, for language arts, if I find the audio of like the Call of the Wild, I couldn't download, like whereas in a folder, like a Google folder, if we shared it, I could have probably put all audio, all the chapters in one folder. It said the file was too large. So I have run into that with on Google Group saying that the file is
Limitations.
too large. So that would be one downfall I don't really like about the groups, where I'm thinking about maybe going to, like Kayla does, she shares a folder and just puts everything in it with her kids.
So, yeah. But anyway, those are a couple maybe tidbits that are new that you may or may not be interested in, but we thought we'd share. And the blog sites, we could, does anybody have some ideas on blog sites that he was talking about? Being able to share, post, interactive? Okay. We have done some things like with Google Sites where you can put things up. And I was trying to think where the quick one is. I have to think through that one because I got too much of a long list. It'd take me forever to find it. The other thing might be links on your grade book portal, you know, as far as linking the documents up there. Did you guys know that the kids have submission places on your grade book on Plus Portals?
No.
Oops, wrong one. And I thought Lynette tried this. She's not in here tonight.
She was
Okay.
coming.
Okay, it seemed to me she tried this, but I don't use this, so I'm not going to be the guru of this, but the way I understand it is
Assignments.
they can submit assignments in an e-locker up here in the corner. So if you click the e-locker, there would be the student name and their homework, and you can see their stuff. Now, from a student side, I'm going to tell my son, but I'm going to log out this way and come in as a parent. Hopefully it won't embarrass him.
We'll hide our eyes.
Yeah, it's like, ooh. Okay, so if he goes as an e-locker, and you can upload a file, so hopefully it won't ask for. Okay, there's his name. Let's do college English. There we go. Homework, apparently not. Okay, I'm going to browse for a file. We could put all kinds of, I'll just put test file so he doesn't know. Thanks for volunteering in case you're reading.
He's gonna say.
Yeah, he'll know. Mom, is it, work again. Okay, I don't know. I'll just use this, she won't mind. And, okay, so I got a document there, and I'm gonna save it. Field required, okay?
If I remember right, when Mary Hughes was using it, she has to like put out the homework and then they have to retrieve it and then like re-upload it maybe.
Really? So it has to be an assignment before they can put it up there?
Yeah, I think so. I think you have to put it out there.
And it
Okay.
shows only up, like, that's the same with the assignments. On the assignment thing, you have to put it in your grade book for it in order to start, show up on your as an assignment. That's due.
Well, that's interesting, because we were able to actually,
Isn't
I
that
student
right?
was able to,
created assignments in the portal that weren't yet in my grade book.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's what you
No.
said you had it, they have
There's
to
a
do
box
that.
you can check that it does it automatically.
That you can do it automatically so you don't have to type like later on. Then you wouldn't have to type like
That's
in
why I
your
haven't
grade
been putting
book.
them, because I'm like, well, I don't want it to show up as missing for all those kids.
No, when I upload like my assignments every day, like I'll upload the worksheet, but it doesn't go to my grade book.
Well,
So
here's
then when it
one.
comes in, so then
So-
I collect the assignments and.
did you, Lynette, did you try this, e-locker?
No, I have not.
Okay, I don't know who I was talking to then. Found that one is,
Mary
I
Hughes
don't know
uses
what
it a lot.
okay.
So I
So
would
she
check
goes
with
to
her.
the teacher side, you're saying?
It looks like you have to be the one to kind of set the.
Yep, and then
And
I
so
think
if
something
I'll
about
go
like
into
you
Kate, she won't.
set,
So you have to set it up under homework here, down here, or in your grade book?
homework, I think.
So like right here, visible parent, I have to add a new homework?
I wanna say yes, but
Okay.
even if it was like just a description so that they know that this assignment goes with No, maybe that's not it. Because
Oh,
that's where I upload like my assignments every day.
okay.
Is in the homework.
All right,
Okay,
well,
click out of that. Is there a spot on your side for e-locker?
yes, up here.
What does that look like for the?
It looks just like this.
just like
I thought.
the.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, yeah. So this is where you create.
Okay, so I can select a class. Of course, I won't be able to use Stephen because he's not my accounting class, but. And then all homework. That's the only choice I have.
Then how do you create a?
See, and this is where it listed it. I guess we'll have to wait till Mary Hughes shows me. I should ask.
Something with how she had to put it out there, and then
First.
when they sent it, yeah. And then she had. You'll really want to ask her because there's wording on it too that when they submit it back to you, they cannot edit it again. So once it's submitted, it's final.
But anyway, so my main point was that there is a way to submit homework. I just don't know the answer. So we'll have to investigate that
So
further.
then here, I think, is where it lists all the kids.
This
They're
is
like
where
a
they
student-
find them.
Yes,
And
and then
then you
she
can
went up
download
there,
them.
and then it's where it says. Then she knows, like when she has them do notes or whatever.
Okay.
And then, so some kids didn't get done during class, and then they would submit it. Well, then she didn't know, are you done or not? So then she realized afterwards she'd have to have them put done or not done.
Like in your comment or
Yeah,
description.
so then she knew whether to start grading it or not grading it.
Yeah, and there, I knew there was a submit button because once they do that, it's like locked or something. It's
Yep,
not.
yep, they can't, they can't. I don't think that they can download that same one again and make the changes. I think they have to download a whole new, or upload a whole new file.
Because we were investigating this because we thought it was going to be a storage area. And that's why I fell into this, that it's a submission link, so. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we got some more people here. We were asking, is there any other
Yes.
things that you'd like to have us go over or teach or do? If not, basically tonight, then we're working on tech projects, working on things. That's why I brought up this collaborative tool. If you don't have anywhere or anything in mind, you might look through here to see if there's a solution to your question or project or just one of many. So, okay? Well, I'll release you from that, and then as you have questions, I'll try to get around and answer and investigate with you.